Fedor Emelianenko is the best fighter I've ever seen. So that would make him the best mixed martial artist I've ever seen.
I think Fedor, when it's all said and done, will possibly go down as the greatest mixed martial artist of all time.
Fedor is the most versatile and intelligent fighter I've ever seen.
He has balance, he has speed, he has willpower. His mental game is so strong. He's the greatest.
Fedor, he's got that mystique. He's an enigma, but he has a lot of power. He hasn't been knocked out. He hasn't been beaten.
His fifth straight New Year's Eve victory here in Japan.
He's amazing. He really is. People say he's unhuman. People say he's a machine.
Fedor Emelianenko is the baddest SOB on this planet.
He does nothing wrong. There are some guys, there are some natural athletes. There's Michael Jordan in basketball, there's Tiger Woods in golf, in MMA it's Fedor Emelianenko. Some guys are just on a completely different level than anyone else.
I see the mystique of Fedor very much so like the mystique of Mike Tyson was in the 80s. People were losing to him before they even got in the ring with him. They were so terrified.
That's it, he got it, he got it.
He has great speed for a heavyweight, and he throws good combinations, and his footwork is great.
Physically, he presents dangers for any opponent that he faces. Not only tactically, because he's got immense skill, but athletically, he's quick, he's explosive, he's fast. He knows his body, and he knows how to use it, and he understands leverage and everything else that you need in a mixed martial arts fight. He combines those things better than anybody else has ever done.
His fights rarely go to a decision, if ever, and they usually end in dramatic fashion. Case in point, Tim Sylvia at Affliction Band. 36 seconds, it's over.
With Fedor, because it's so hard to get to him. It's so hard to figure out who this guy is, and he puts up barriers himself. His people put up barriers for him. There's still a lot of unanswered questions with him. How does this guy think? What is he actually thinking about when he walks to the ring and has a smile on his face and is cool as a cucumber? Those are things that still need to be answered, that the fans want to have answered, and that buys into the whole mystique. You know, who is this guy?
Fedor is a very good person for not just for a fighter, just for men. He's with very big heart.
It is difficult to forecast how the fight will be. Everything will depend on what we will be able to offer each other. Arlovsky is a fighter. I like how he fights. He is different from others in his motion and moving. Also, he is very strong with his punches.
Fedor won't give him the space, won't give him the distance. Will overpower him for sure within the first round, perhaps within the first minute.
I think it's a very quick fight because Fedor is very good on the stand, very good on the ground.
Wherever this fight ends up, it's going to be exciting, and I think Arlovsky will have the answers for Fedor.
I think right now it's exactly the right time for me, because right now I'm focused on my fighting career. When I lost my heavyweight title, I felt that I lost something important. I lost part of me, you know, and after those losses, I choose what's more important for me. Obviously, right now it's in my fighting career. Right now I'm doing everything right. I became hungry again. I'm hungry for the fight, I'm hungry for the glory, and want to be on top again. And I will do everything possible to follow my goals and be a champion again.
Since working with Freddie Roach, Andre has become the most vicious striker in MMA.
That's a good job. I love working with Andre, and you know, he's getting ready for the biggest fight of his life, and
I'm real happy to be part of it. Use your feet to get out of it. Okay? Can you relax? All right? Just use a little more movement with your legs, okay? 1, 2, right down the middle. You know, he's very focused for this fight, and he needs to be, because this is a big one.
I don't think he can keep it up right. Come on.
Fedor has not faced as an athletic fighter as Andrei Arlovski is. Andrei was born to fight. I could see him using his striking, his speed, his ability to create angles from his boxing training, the ability to throw kicks in with his punching combinations to try and hurt Fedor in some way. But it needs to be 100% in his mind, say, I can do this. I'm not afraid of this man is human, I can do this.
He's a human. Just a human.
Was he trying to convince us, the fight fan, that Fedor's only human? Or is he trying to convince himself?
He's as human as you or I, and that's what makes him great. If he wasn't, he'd sort of be a sideshow, but he has his faults and his weaknesses like anybody else. He's been cut in a fight, he's been hurt in a fight, he's been dropped in a fight. I think past experiences are incredibly important for Andrei Arlovski in this fight. He knows he can win a championship fight. He's been there. He's gone the distance in championship fights. He knows what it's like to headline a pay-per-view, but he also knows what it's like to stumble and how it feels to be in those moments, and he doesn't want to get back there.
What we have in Arlovski is kind of the Buster Douglas of mixed martial arts. He doesn't care. He's not afraid of him. This was the fight he wanted. This was the fight he chased, and he's not in the least bit afraid of Fedor.
I think you'll see the same thing that you saw on his first Affliction fight, where he just left it all out there against Ben Rothwell and had one of the most exciting fights of the year.
He strikes and big, and the clock goes out.
Andrei Arlovski at his best is fearless. He's aggressive. He's got a killer punch. He's not afraid to go at people. Arlovski's been on a hot streak, and he knows that if he's the guy who beats Fedor Emelianenko, then pretty much his name is made for the rest of his career.
This is the fight of Andrei Arlovski's life. This was the fight that could change it all for him. If he is the man that is able to beat Fedor, new doors are going to open for him. And by many people's accounts, people think Andrei Arlovski might be the guy to do it.
I'm sick of hearing, oh, he's such a great athlete. Fedor's never fought anybody like him. That's bull. Fedor's fought plenty of guys like him, and it's not going to be any different. Fedor looks at every fight the same, whether somebody says this guy's a great athlete, this guy's not such a great striker, he's better on the ground. Fedor just looks at it like, you know what? Got another fight, I'm taking this guy on, we're going to get it on.
If Andrei connects on Fedor, either hand, he will knock him out.
But Andrei, he's very focused. He'll be ready for this one, I'm sure.
Andrei's a great striker, but how do you beat a guy that's unbeaten? I guess that's the million-dollar question. Can Andrei do it? I think Andrei absolutely has a chance. I wouldn't have put the fight together if I didn't think so.
With his boxing training he's gone through in the last couple of years, his refocus on his career in general, his restructuring of his life, and this is the mentally strongest fighter of Andrei Arlovski I've ever seen.
I believe in my skills, I trust my instincts, I trust my trainer. Just have to step in the ring on January 24th and just make a history.